Hey there, posse. You get ready to impress your friends and confuse your enemies with some of the things we're going to be learning about in this episode today. Red wine terms. We're going to look at a handful of general terms, important red wine varietals, famous red wine blends, key regions to name drop, important producers, and key labels to know. As you sprinkle all this into conversations, voila, you're the wine whisperer. Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Hey there, posse, I'm Pierre, and welcome to Asti Wine Consultants. In this episode, we'll talk about all sorts of red wine terminology so that you won't necessarily be a know-it-all, but you'll be able to hold your own in any wine-related conversation. Let's get to it. Now, when it comes to general terms, here's a handful that you don't want to leave home without. Tannins. These are the bitter compounds from the grape's skins, seeds, and stems and the oak barrels. They make your mouth pucker or dry out your mouth. Now, when you describe them as silky or grippy, you can watch people's heads nod with approval. Body. Think of this as the wine's weight on your tongue. Light, medium, and full body. It's like milk. Skim milk, whole milk, and cream. For example, Cabernet Sauvignon is a full body and a wine, and Pinot Noir is a light bodied wine. The finish. This is the flavor left in your mouth after you've swallowed. When you use terms like long or lingering, you get fancy points. A long finish is only a second or two. Generally, the longer the finish, the better the wine. Vintage. This is the year the grapes were harvested. That's the year printed somewhere on the bottle. If someone asks you about vintage, just say, 2016, what a great year. They think you're really legit. Terroir. Now, this is a sort of a pretentious but simple way to say the entire environment where the grapes were grown. The climate and the weather and the sun hours and the geographic location, the soil type and the slope of the land, all that fits into the word terroir. Decanting. Pouring wine from the bottle into a container, usually a fancy container, to allow it to breathe. If you do this, people will think you're a wine wizard. It actually makes the wine taste better. I've made an entire video about decanting. You might want to check it out. The next thing we have is important red wine varietals. Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabs are the king of reds. Bold, structured, and perfect for steak night. Pinot Noir. The delicate darling of red wines. Light, fruity, and versatile. Mention Burgundy if you want to sound extra smart. Oh, by the way, if it's a red and coming from Burgundy, it's a Pinot Noir. Merlot. Often unfairly overshadowed, but smooth and approachable. Think of it as the middle child of red wines. I was a middle child, so I can say that. Syrah or Shiraz. These are the same grapes, just a different vibe. Syrah is elegant and spicy. Shiraz is bold and smoky. This has to do with their terroir. Malbec, the juicy Argentinian favorite with dark fruit and a dash of spice. Great for barbecues. Zinfandels. Zins are the fun, jammy red that's not afraid of a good party or a pizza. How are you doing there? Is this making sense? Is this really helpful to you? If it is, write Asti in the comments below. Oh, also, if you have a favorite red, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. We've covered the key reds. Here are some of the most famous red wine blends. Bordeaux blend. This is a French classic that producers all over the world try to copy. It's usually Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and up to 3 or 4 other supporting grapes. Think fancy dinner party wine. Côtes de Rhône. This is another French wine that copied all over the globe. The Grenache, Syrah, and Movide grapes team up for a peppery, fruity masterpiece. You also have Super Tuscans. This is an Italian rebel that mixes the Sangiovese grape with Cabernet or Merlot. Fancy, some say a little edgy. Now what we have now are a few key regions to name drop. Everyone knows Napa Valley. You know, California's pride, known for big, bold cabs. Mention a cult cab like Screaming Eagle and watch Jaws drop. Better yet, mention the Russian River Valley. That's right next to Napa, and you'll score extra brownie points. Bordeaux. As we said a minute ago, Bordeaux is big with blends. The OG wine region in France. Left bank equals Cabernet heavy. Right bank equals Merlot heavy. You can use this nugget of information for bonus points. Next up is Burgundy, home of Pinot Noir. You can find some outrageous prices coming out of here. Say Côtes de Nuit, which is a sub-region of Burgundy, if you want to sound really, really like you're in the know. Tuscany, Italy's romantic region where Chianti reigns supreme. Mention Super Tuscans to sound rebellious. Mendoza, Argentina's wine heartland. It's famous for Malbec. Throw in the term high altitude vineyards to sound like a pro. There are tons of great producers across the globe. Here are several popular producers to show off your wine knowledge. Chateau Margaux. They're in Bordeaux. They're a legendary estate. Even just saying it feels luxurious. Chateau Margaux. Joseph Durand. They're in Burgundy. Known for elegant Pinot Noir. They have all different price ranges. Yeah, also you have bonus points if you pronounce it correctly. Durand. Next up is Antinori, over in Tuscany. These guys are makers of iconic Super Tuscans like Tignanello. Instead of Tignanello, you can say Tig casually, and you're really in like Flint. Duckhorn Vineyards. Now, this is my Napa favorite. They're a Merlot superstar. Mention it and people will instantly respect your taste. Cantina Zapata in Mendoza, Argentina. This is Malbec royalty. Talk about their Adriana vineyard and you'll sound like a wine scholar. Here are 5 quick wines to name drop. Opus 1, a Napa cult wine. Mention it and someone will probably Google the price right then and there. Côtes de Vougeot. Here's a famous Burgundy Pinot Noir. It's like saying, I have impeccable taste. Brunello de Montalcino, a Tuscan gem made from Sangiovese. You know, say it while you're swirling your glass for effect. Brunello de Montalcino. And then you have Penfold Grange, Australia's Syrah Cabernet blend icon. It's bold and expensive, perfect for bragging. Chateau Beaucastel, a Côtes de Rhône heavyweight. Mention Movide for an extra flair and Chateauneuf de Pape to hit it out of the park. Well, here's a quick way to put it all together. If you're really trying to impress someone, you would say something like, this Bordeaux blend has firm tannins and a long finish. Or, it reminds me of a good left bank vintage with hints of terroir that highlight the region. in its unique microclimates. Or you can say, I read this on the label once and it sounded like a pretty dang good wine to me. Whatever floats your boat. Anyhow, cheers to talking the whole wine talk and wine lingo. Cheers. Hey posse, thanks a ton for taking the time to watch this video. I promise no grapes were harmed in the making of it. Well, maybe just a few. Now if you got any questions, let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you don't want to miss out on any of my future content, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Oh, and before you go, don't forget to check out some of these other videos. Until next time, cheers.